Hey, good morning, Manar. How are you
Good
doing?
morning. I'm doing good.
Good, good. All right, let me just make sure our live stream is going here. I think it is. I think it's going now. All right, there it is. Great. Okay, let me add our live stream. So we got it on there. Okay. So can you tell us what you're playing this morning? And I'll share your music just for the video. And you can start whenever you're ready, okay? So just tell us the name of your piece.
Alright, my name is Manhart and I'll be playing the Midnight Gala.
All right, awesome. All right. Terrific. Okay, really nice work, Minar. So was this memorized too?
Yeah,
Yeah. So this sounded really confident. Um, what are some things you thought went really well with this performance?
and how I ended it.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that was okay. So yeah, you had a nice retardando there at the end.
Mm,
Anything else you were happy with how it went?
I think maybe I got. Sometimes I play the right hand way too loud, so I think I did it slightly less than I usually do.
Yeah, so okay, so I thought this was really well done in terms of your the balance between the hands and the dynamic. So yeah, you did great. So the right hand was staying in the background while the left hand did melody. So you had really nice shaping of the left hand to, you had some nice a little bit of a crescendo diminuendo as you got higher and lower, but you also had it, your tiers of dynamics were really, so the mezzo forte was mezzo forte, so that was really nice, the balance between the hands and the dynamic changes. um what was the trickiest thing about learning this piece, do you think?
Mm, I'm not really sure. It wasn't really that hard to learn for me.
All right, yeah, so this sounds great. So can we talk about, I just want to try a further detail here because this was really well prepared and nicely done. um can we practice the dynamics at the very end? I think you can get even more pianissimo.
Okay.
I think so. One thing in general is when you have all these dynamic changes and a lot of this, like you did, we did a little bit of swelling and diminuendoing within some of these left hand melodies. Um, when you do that, the right hand, and you were doing this already really well, the right hand does not lead any of those crescendos, right? So even, and you could even just try the right hand not really doing any of the crescendoing and just have the left hand do all the crescendo. um can you try that at, I don't know, where's a good place for you to start if we were going to play the last two lines here?
Um,
Like, could you start at,
I could start like the N13, the in measure 13, the ending.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can start right there. Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you to start. But yeah. So like here, can you try there to the end one more time?
Okay.
Ah, good. So I felt like we got to pianissimo by like here.
Okay. Oh.
Um, can you play just with your left hand? So ba-da-dum, 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 bum, bum. Good, better, right? So notice, and this is just a detail, right? So, but something to think about. Remember we talked about the kind of the tiers or the levels of dynamics. This is good, right? So mezzo forte here, then mezzo piano here, then the surprise is kind of not just piano but pianissimo right here,
Okay.
right? So can you try the left hand one more time and have yeah, keep going, sorry. Yeah, right. So this is almost like an echo of this. Yeah. So
Yeah.
something to think about, right? And I know this can be tricky. You're getting a good pianissimo there at the end. The thing is, it's tricky to kind of control it reliably, especially when you got the melody. Now this goes for your right hand too, but we'll just focus on your left hand right now. What I want you to try, right, is the mezzo forte is great. So it's tricky to do pianissimo. I mean, it's tricky to do any sort of soft dynamics down in this part of the piano because the strings are very heavy, so they're going to be really loud anyway. What I want you to try is as we get into a soft range, so like mezzo piano and pianissimo, I want to see if you can keep your fingers starting on the keys, right? Instead of, especially in this octave leap, right? Because we're tempted to go bum, bum, right? You're tempted to, as you make that octave jump in your hand, we can kind of swing our pinky down and come down it, right? That's going to make it loud, right? So there's two ingredients that go into making a note loud or soft. It's that how high are you dropping down from, right? So if you're dropping down from higher above, that's going to give you more, that's going to give it more oomph. It's going to be louder. The other thing is how much weight. So let's, for the moment, think really about how high in you're coming from. So still think about going dropping down all the way into the key. But so like here, right, when you get to mezzo piano, you might want to start. So especially this note right here,
Yeah.
see if you can line up your pinky on, kind of sit it on the A before you drop down in, rather than coming right, bomb, bomb. Try that one. Yeah. So hopefully that felt like you had more control over how soft that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then same, right? So think the same thing, and you get the poco ritardando to help you, right? So you get the ritardando to help. Same here, starting right here. Think about keeping your fingers all, yeah, right. So right there, keep them on. Have all three of those fingers already touching the keys. So you go ba da dum. Yeah, and no slam light. Yeah, right. You can kind of line up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So did you feel like you had more control? So a lot of those sounded much more controlled and a
Yeah.
nice pianissimo, right? Then the key is I know you can play pianissimo because you did it when you played it. It sounded really nice. But I just wanted to work on recognizing what's going into that physically and really have you consciously know what you're doing to control that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So can you try that? Can you try that with both hands? And same goes for the right hand, but really you can really think of keeping your right hand fingers kind of set. So all you have to do is drop in each time. Keep the right hand completely underneath the left hand dynamically. Try that one more time from right there again. Yeah, nice. So I think right here, your right hand, remember, is gonna don't have your right hand lead the crescendos, but I think here it can definitely anticipate. So you give yourself room for the left hand to get way softer, right? So at that moment, sorry. Right. So this is the part to really back off on your right hand so that your left hand has room to come in melodically. Try that. Can you try that one more time? I know you probably have to go, but one more time so we can hear that, get more confident with those dynamic changes. Good. Yeah, really good, Minar. So yeah, that's just, just something to think about here. This was very well done. I just wanted to do a little more work really recognizing what goes into the soft and loud dynamics so you feel like you have a lot of control and you're not just kind of guessing this is probably going to come out soft, this is probably going to come out loud, right? So that's just something to continue thinking about as you practice other pieces too. But really nicely done, Menard. Sounding very confident. I'll see you the next time you play. Okay,
All
great
right.
work. Have a good rest of your Monday.
Bye.